DEADENDER here. And in today's video, this is going to be the Evercon video. I went to Evercon about 2 weeks ago. I've been working on other stuff, so this video got pushed back a little bit. But I'm making it now. So I'm going to go over everything that more or less happened there. So, first off, I want to start with is I went to the Evercon, which is this very big building. They had these really cool signs. You can see them here. And I went to this giant video game room. And to say this thing was giant, like you can see outside, it was enormous. And they had every single game you could imagine there. Basically, if the game was made in the last 60 years, basically, it's there. It is crazy. There's just every single thing you could imagine is there. Like, just every game you could imagine. The other thing is that, it's your Troy, I think? My memory of names is very bad, but I think it's Troy. He had this dual disc, you can see on screen now, and we did a little bit of a pack opening while we were there, so that was quite interesting. He had this really cool freaking dual disc. It had, what's it called? I'm looking here, I'm trying to remember what the names are. The Demise Dragon, the Dark Magician, the Paladin Magician, whatever that thing's called, Dragoon, and I think the one being blocked is some sort of Dark Magician. So that was really cool. So onwards, the thing they had is one of the departments, they had this big thing of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and to say this thing was big, it was like that wall to that wall. It was like 10 feet of stuff just stacked to the ceiling of just cards. Like just box and box and box and box to basically like the ceiling on this like table. It was nuts, man. Now I'm gonna do like a quick reround of the what's it called? Cosplays that they had. They had this cosplay event going on where essentially you can cosplay as people. So the first one was a Technoblade cosplay, which actually looked quite decent. The camera I used was not very decent. It was this one. This camera does not take good pictures. It takes good video. It does not take good pictures, on the other hand. So the pictures are a bit blurry. Sorry about that. I will get better pictures when I go again. I'll get better pictures. So the next one was went by Troy or Tony. I don't remember. My memory is quite bad. I think it is Troy. He went as I think he did something like the Yu-Gi-Oh AMV. I could be corrected on that. I'm probably wrong, but eh. And he had this, like he said, he had this really cool like black like kind of duster shirt, I would call it. And you know, again, the dual disc as well, as long as one of the boxes. So next one, I think she said she was from Valorant, because she had like these big plastic like purple claws. I think Valorant. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I think it was Valorant. Here. So onward was Raven, which actually was a very good one. It was quite decent. Also, adding this in here, which is a bit odd, there was this guy, he was playing D&D, or I think it's actually B&B, which I don't know what it stands for. He was a Christian Banana, you can kind of see it here. It was kind of funny, actually. Continuing on, with Fire. Again, decent enough. The next one was the Mechagodzilla, which was incredible. It was essentially from the big Mechagodzilla things made out of cardboard. It was actually not half bad. The other one that I took interest in was, where is it here? Oh yeah, the Winter Spy, which again looked kinda good. Quite decent. So like I said, I'm doing like a quick, what's it called? Like a quick rebuy. Like I said, the pictures will be here. So the next thing was they had this enormous hallway. Like, this hallway, I took a picture of, this hallway was fucking enormous, man. It was enormous. There it was, in the gaming room, I'm being really sporadic, but in the gaming room, they had these stacks, like stacks of games. You can see it here. And it was crazy how much games they had here, man. It was everywhere. They actually had the old pinball machine as well, like, you know, the old, like, pinball thing. It was very interesting. And also they had some sort of thing where essentially you gotta, like, flick the ball up, and it would go into one of the little slots. Then the next room that they had was kind of like a mishmash of stuff. So they had like board games. They had like D&D dice, a really good looking crow. Oh, this kind of like crochet thing. Again, more board games. They had when it came to playing stuff like they had shooters. They had like a actual shooter where you hold an actual like gun and shoot a screen that's being projected on the wall. They had the same thing for I think it's called, what's it called? Guitar Hero. They had the actual guitars and like drums and all that, which is actually very interesting in that regard. They also had the old like stand-up video games, like the like Pac-Man, you know, where the stick, yeah, you know, put in 25 cents, that sort of thing. Arcade machines. Arcade cabinets, that's what they're called. They had stuff like the Commodore. They had, like, the typing game where you use a keyboard to, like... So it'd be like... I'm not saying, like, keyboard, like, what you're probably imagining, like, you know, WSD to move. I mean, like, it would be like, look around. I see a wall. I see a door to my right. Walk to the right. So you gotta type this in sort of idea. Which is very interesting in that regard. Also, Evercon March 1 to 3, 2024. The next Evercon. Ain't that interesting? So that's more or less everything there. I did get a couple things that I will go over now. So first off, so a couple of the things that I got were... So first, we're going to finish it out. I can bring it up closer. It's The Thing poster. John Carpenter's The Thing. It's an old picture from the Thing movie. Also, a cool feature about this, I'll bring it in a bit closer so you can tell. Everybody that's a Thing has red eyes in this, which is very cool. It's a very cool detail. That everybody in the movie that became a Thing or was a Thing has red eyes in the picture, which is quite cool. The other thing I got was... I got a sword. Bit hard to see, so I'm actually going to zoom the camera out. There we are. Yeah, I got a sword. I got like a really cool looking sword actually. Fun fact, this thing actually is sharp. So, that's interesting. I might make videos on this. Just use like techniques and all that. I might make that. I think that'd be actually quite cool. There you go. The other thing I got was this sword right here. Now I think the guy said this was some sort of anime, but I'm not entirely sure what the anime is. It's a good old samurai sword. Yeah, you can see it right here. It's a really cool looking samurai sword, which is it's very cool. The other thing that's really cool about this is like that may look like plastic. That is metal. Like that is metal. This is not like some play sword. Like this is steel. Cool. And I got these kind of cheap. Like this was 40 and this was 40 as well. So that's just cool. So yeah, I got a couple swords as well. Oop, I put that in the wrong way. Come on, there we go. Now, like I said, that is pretty much it. That's everything that I got from Evercon on that day. I did also get what's it called? A Crystal Beast structure deck? Yeah, no, yeah. And that thing's terrible. I did Troy. He had this really cool Dark Magician deck. It used a lot of like the newer cards. Oh yeah, I should probably use the camera. There you go. Sorry about that. Forgot to do that. Anyway, he had this really cool Dark Magician deck. It actually was like, it had a lot of like the really like sparkly looking cards, if you will. And the thing about that, right, and what made it cool is he had, I didn't actually know Dark Magicians had some pretty nifty combos. Wow, the Crystal Beast structure deck sits there and struggles to play a monster. So that's fun. Anyway, yeah, that's my Evercon experience. It was 2 days, and it was a very enjoyable experience. I got to meet new people, I made some friends, and like I said, I had a lot of fun. If there's an Evercon around you and you got like $100, $200, I recommend it. Anyway, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. The notification bell down below. Let me know if I upload a new video. And subscribe if you like what you see. Alright, peace out.